Welcome to Quick Rip. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. Big B here with you. Hey, we just had Knucklemania 3 wrap up probably half hour ago prior to recording this, so everything's still fresh. What a fantastic fucking night. Bloody. If I could say one word that would sum up Knucklemania 3, it would be fucking bloody. Um, so many fights. There were so many fights stopped due to cuts, nasty fucking cuts, blood everywhere. Eh, I mean, nobody likes to see fights stop due to cuts, obviously, but it was a big part of the game tonight. It was just one of those fucking nights. There was something in the air in Albuquerque for Knucklemania 3. I want to go through a couple of the fights here. By a couple, I mean quite a few. I got a lot to get to, so I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start with the championship main event: Lorenzo Hunt versus Mike Richmond. They were meeting in the squared circle to unify the 185-pound, determine who is the true fucking champ in that division. This fight had a lot of hype leading up to it. Obviously, anything Lorenzo Hunt is involved in gets a lot of noise. It's just part of his deal. I mean, you fight him, you're in the fucking spotlight. Going into the fight, he's number 2 pound for pound bkfc bare knuckle boxer. I wouldn't be surprised if he jumps up to number 1 after tonight, because he took care of Mike Richmond. It was not fucking easy though. My God, what a fantastic scrap to start with. Both men showed why they were, the interim champ and the real champ. Mike Richmond. Let's get right into this. Mike Richmond had him. Guaranteed. Mike Richmond had fucking Lorenzo Hunt. Mike Richmond was about that close from getting that fucking strap unified and becoming the true 185-pound champion. But he had him until he didn't have him. Incredible stuff here. Richmond was well, he looked good. He was mixing up the body work like he said he was going to. I figured he was going to. A lot of people thought he was going to mix in that body work and try and wear down Lorenzo Hunt, and it was working. He was working that fucking body. He had Lorenzo Hunt hurt, not only to the body, then he moved upstairs, had him hurt in the head, got the knockdown. And keep in mind, folks, this is all going on in the first fucking round. So Richmond gets the knockdown. Hunt gets up, but he's hurt, man. You can tell he's hurt. He doesn't have that fucking cocky attitude anymore. He's hurt. Gets the standing 8 count. Continues. He's damaged. Richmond comes in for the finish and gets caught. Gets caught with a counter right, I believe it was, from Hunt as Richmond was coming in. Put Richmond into absolute fucking dream state. I mean, we're talking out cold, back, staring up at the lights with his eyes open, but nobody's fucking home. Kind of a scary sight, really, but luckily Richmond came around, and by the time the announcements were made, Richmond was able to be on his feet and conscious. So hopefully everything's okay there with Richmond, but he was so fucking close, man. I was screaming, I was yelling. I thought it was done. I thought, holy shit, A couple of things to take away here, for me anyway, was number 1, I just wanted to quickly touch on Lorenzo Hunt's walkout. This huge fucking juggernaut fucking dude he had with him. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. At first, I saw it, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I realized it was a big ass juggernaut, and I was like, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. So props to Lorenzo for that walkout, because that was just stellar. I enjoyed that a lot. Another thing I wanted to touch on was the fact that, yeah, Richmond lost. He lost. He got knocked out bad. Um, but the thing here is Richmond showed us that Lorenzo Hunt is human. Lorenzo Hunt, the juggernaut, can be hurt. So it is possible. What's next? I really have no idea. I mean, Lorenzo Hunt was talking about, how he gets all crazy, but he's talking about something about another belt. I missed part of it. My daughter came in, unfortunately. I'll have to run that one back and see what was exactly said. But I don't know, man. At this point, who out there is going to beat Lorenzo Hunt? 185 pounds is hard for Lorenzo to get to. Um, he even stated like he worked his ass off to get to 185 pounds. So I don't know. I don't know how many more 185-pound fights Lorenzo Hunt has in him. But even at 205, I mean, the dude, the juggernaut, just he was hurt, but not finished. And to come back and after getting knocked down and just fucking instantly sleep Richmond like that, unfucking real. Congratulations to the true 185-pound champ, Lorenzo Hunt. Like him or not, he's fucking good. Richmond, I'm assuming he's going to take some time off here. What's next for him? At this point, really, I don't know. The most important thing is he gets some rest and recovery, and hopefully everything's okay with him there. We'll see. I know in the future, obviously, there's a lot of options out there for Richmond, and hey, maybe even a rematch against Hunt down the line. Who knows, right? Who knows what's going to happen in this crazy fucking sport we call bare knuckle boxing. So that was Lorenzo Hunt retains his belt, I guess you could say, against Mike Richmond. Sleeps him in the first. Unreal. That fight, like I say, it had me pumped. It had me screaming. It had me jumping. Really enjoyed that one. And once again, congratulations to the juggernaut, Lorenzo Hunt. All right, the co-main at Knucklemania 3, we saw Diego Sanchez versus Austin Trout. Now, both men making their bare knuckle debuts here. And it was intense, man. Incredible first round, back and forth, with Trout just fucking snapping out the jab. Very, very good work with the jab throughout the entire fight from Austin Trout. That was the first round in a nutshell. Now, it was more of the same from Trout in the second, really. Diego showed his power when he did catch Trout there once with I can't remember what it was, a right hand, I believe. But he got busted up in the process. Third round, I thought the action kind of slowed. But the contrast in styles was so apparent here. And that's really what it came down to. I mean, Austin Trout was such a technical fighter. Diego didn't have anything for him, let's be honest, folks. As much as I wanted Diego Sanchez to win and look better than he did, it just wasn't happening here against Austin Trout. Trout scored a knockdown early in the fourth, and after that, it ended with a doctor stoppage. Diego was an absolute fucking mess. Just blood everywhere. He had multiple cuts, and you know what? I'm glad the doctor stopped it, because we didn't need to see anymore. It was clear who the better fighter was. Now, Diego Sanchez, I respect utmost respect for him as a fighter, as even as a person in the shit that he's been through and stuff like that in his personal life. But you know what, folks? I don't care to see him scrap anymore. Uh, I just don't. He didn't look good at all in there. Uh, I don't care to see him fight anymore. Definitely not bare knuckle, and even MMA. I mean, let's be real. He's the mileage he has on him. I mean, his career is noted for the fucking wars that he's been in. So I mean, you take his age and you might as well fucking double that with the fight mileage that he has on him. So I would I would definitely like to see Diego Sanchez call it a career in combat sports, but we all know money talks, right? So we'll see what happens there. Austin Trout, whew, hey, yeah, Austin Trout fucking gained a fan tonight. Uh, let's be real. What was there? There wasn't anything not to like. Not a damn thing. He looked crisp. He looked sharp. Like I say, that jab just messed Diego's, just made a mess, hamburger fucking face. uh, as for what's next for Trout, well, we got some good shit here because Luis Palomino stepped into the squared circle. He was in attendance, and actually, this is really weird. But good on Palomino because Palomino challenged Trout, which you never fucking see that. You never see the champion challenging an up and comer or the challenger. It's just unheard of. Like what fucking kind of move was that? But Palomino said he he recognizes Austin Trout as a world championship boxer, and he wants to test himself against somebody with his skill set. Makes fucking perfect sense, and Palomino wants this to go down in April. So, I mean, that's right around the fucking corner. Quick turnaround for Austin Trout. We'll have to see how his hands are. It didn't appear that he really took any damage facial-wise anyway. So hopefully his hands are good, and we can see that fucking championship fight, because I think that one's going to be absolutely outrageous. Definitely one that will probably go the distance, but every fucking second will be damn worth it. Congratulations to Austin Trout. Tremendous debut. Went out there and just pieced up Diego Sanchez. Another main card bout, huge bout here going down at Knucklemania 3. We had Greg Hardy versus Josh Watson. And when I say huge, I mean there's close to fucking 600 pounds in the squared circle when this shit went down. So you knew somebody was going to sleep. Guaranteed. As close to a guarantee in combat sports as you can get anyway. Brutal first round. Absolutely brutal. You want to sum this fight up? Fucking one word, brutal. Right off the bat, it was war. Watson scored a knockdown. Both were bloodied. Watson with a huge gash. They let him continue. I mean, this thing was absolutely massive. I couldn't believe. Considering all the stoppages previous, which I'll get into a little bit later, that we had throughout the night in Albuquerque, I could not believe they fucking let Watson continue. But you know what? It's a damn good thing for Josh that they did. Is he came out, big right hand, KO'd Hardy early in the second. Impressive power. The power, man. That guy, you want to talk about a fucking tank? Wow. That guy is a shit brick house if I've ever seen one. I mean, he looks like he runs the prison fucking grounds. And with all due respect, Mr. Watson, I don't want any problems. I'm just saying with the tattoos, how fucking big he is, just fucking, he's a tank, man. There's no other way to describe this dude. He is a motherfucking tank. And he made a huge statement here tonight at Knucklemania 3, knocking Greg Hardy out cold. Cold. You can't fuck around. You can't fuck around in bare knuckle. You can't fuck around in heavyweight. And obviously, you can't fuck around with Josh Watson. Congratulations to him because that he was a huge underdog. Um, and he fucking shocked the world. So many people out there are happy, celebrating Greg Hardy's fucking defeat. Um, Rightfully so, right? Uh, that's he's like to a different degree. Obviously, their backgrounds are different, but I always tuned in going back to Josh Koscheck. I would always tune into a Josh Koscheck fight. Not because I liked him, because I fucking hated him and I wanted to see him get knocked the fuck out. And it's so satisfying when that happens. Just unreal. If you know the feeling, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so many of the combat sports world had it tonight when Greg Hardy went to sleep. Josh Watson, wow, look out for that fucking power. Uh, Incredible. Incredible. I'm just replaying it in my head and just like, ooh, it gives me shivers. Just the power is unlike anything else out there. Josh motherfucking Watson. So another familiar name, scrapping it out at Knucklemania 3, we had John Dodson return to the squared circle as he was taking on Jared Grant. This was supposed to be a huge test for Dodson. I thought it was going to be a bigger test than it proved to be, and that's not to take anything away from Dodson's obviously preparations for this scrap because he knew what was on the line. Speed, power, and pressure earned Dodson his second straight first round victory. Sans gloves, right? Bare knuckle, 2 in a row, 2 first round knockouts. He goes out there and makes quick work of his opponents, man. I mean, like they always say in the fight game, you're not paid by the hour in there, so get in, get out, and Dodson. Nobody does it better than fucking Dodson here. What's next? What can be next? Give this man a title shot. Stop wasting time. He's getting older. The fans are waiting. Let's fucking do this. Give him a title shot. See where he really belongs. And that's not to take anything away from Jared Grant's credentials either, because I mean, he's a former interim champion, I believe. So, I mean, if he just walks through people like Jared Grant, stop wasting time. Move him to the front of the line, and let's see this fucking title shot. Congratulations, John Dodson. Keep on smiling. So those were the bigger bouts, so to speak, at Knucklemania 3, but we did have a full night of action. Now, I did work right up until the fight started, so I missed the first couple, but I do want to go through just a couple of the other scraps that went down before these big ones here, because there were some fantastic performances that deserve to be noted here. I want to start off first. I got some couple notes here, so just bear with me because I had to make some notes. There was just too much going on here. Too many scraps going down at Knucklemania 3, which is not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. The first one I wanted to touch on, first fighter, was Gaston Reynaud. He looked absolutely amazing as he put away Vansicle early in the first. Knockdown, cut, fight was fucking done. And he looked good. From the little bit that we did get to see, just that little bit, I mean, there's something there. There's something there with Gaston Reynaud. So remember that name because he's going to be coming up in the ranks fairly quickly. There's, like I say, there's just something there where it looks like the BKFC, the squared circle, the bare knuckle. It just looks like that's where he belongs. Another one I wanted to talk about was Will Santiago versus Noah Cutter. Santiago being the New Mexico native, I believe. Intense first round of action on both ends in that one, actually. Santiago, I believe, got the better. Obviously, this one ended another doctor stoppage due to a cut suffered by Cutter. Noah Cutter's lip was just, it was demolished. It was Robbie Lawler-esque. Let's just put it that way. I don't believe I got a screen grab of that one, unfortunately. If I do, I'll put it up. But I don't believe I got that one. Nevertheless, though, Santiago looked good. Yeah, he's another name to remember because I think he's got some good stuff coming up. Will Santiago, good shit there. And just one more bout I wanted to touch on was the only female bout on the card. From what I saw, was Jamie Hinshaw versus Charissa Sagala. Now, Hinshaw, wow. Talk about, me saying Renault just looks like he belongs there. Same thing goes with Jamie Hinshaw. She ran through Sagala, knocked her down, and in the process, I'm not sure what happened. Charissa appeared to jack her leg, and the night was done. Now, obviously, they had to stop it. It looked like when she got knocked down, maybe her fucking knee folded. Hopefully, it's not anything too serious. Not something that requires a massive layoff or surgery or anything like that. But we'll have to wait, and hopefully Charissa will keep us updated on that injury. A little bit unfortunate, but at the same time, I mean, it was the knockdown that caused the knee injury. So in my mind, that's a knockout. Technically, doctor stoppage, I suppose, or stoppage due to injury, whatever you want to call it, it's a knockout. And big things coming Jamie Hinshaw's way. Atom Bomb. What a fitting fucking name. Jamie Atom Bomb Hinshaw. Amazing stuff. It was a fantastic night of fights. Bloody as I've ever seen a BKFC event. We had veterans, we had people making their debuts, we had young guys like Gaston Reynaud go in there and show that this is his new home. Excellent stuff, and the future's looking bright for BKFC. Thanks for joining me here on Bowls, Beers, and Brawls. Hey, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, click subscribe, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for watching and being a fan. Anyway, till next time, everybody, take care and peace.